All right, everyone. Joe Biden is mildly ill at the moment. He's sick with, the disease that shall not be named on a YouTube video. This is another coincidence. We've got an awful lot of them lately. We've got coincidences with the Trump assassination, with the Iran assassination claims. It looks like today is Coincidence Day. This happens less than 24 hours after he says, well, come on, man, I ain't stepping aside, but I'd step aside if there was a medical problem. Oh, well, what a cop-out. This is hilarious. This is basically him nudging the door open just a little bit in case enough Democrats decide to call for him to step down. He hasn't lost enough of them, I think, yet to have to stand aside. But he knows that if the party leadership gets rankled enough, if there's enough of a firestorm, he's toast. I mean, if he doesn't have the support of the fucking party, then how the hell are you supposed to get elected? If there's chaos in the party at that level, you're handing Trump re-election. There would be a 0% chance of him being re-elected. It's getting close to that right now just based on polling. As his polling goes down, Joe Biden becomes more and more likely to stand aside. With this coincidence happening at this particular time, again, right in the wake of an assassination attempt, which was clearly orchestrated by the deep state and was botched on a semi-central level, with the tumult with regards to the Secret Service, the FBI, you've got the people in Butler all up in arms right now, reaming the goddamn feds. You've got multiple Democrats saying Biden should step aside. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong for the Democrats right now. It's a total coincidence, therefore, that Joe Biden tests positive for the Voldemort disease, because we're not allowed to even talk about it anymore, right after he says, well, if I had a major medical issue, man, that's the only way that I would stand aside. Why do I get the feeling that his condition will worsen, depending on how many Democrats decide to say, it's time to go, Joe? I have a feeling that over the next, 72 hours-ish or something, I mean, he's canceled several campaign events, too. I have a feeling over the next few days, the Biden administration is going to carefully monitor the number of Democrats and lay Dems and individuals in general who are saying, we're uncomfortable with you running. And there's some arbitrary threshold involved with regards to when the cutoff is where Joe says, well, the disease, the doctors tell me that it really fucked me up. I'm no longer fit to run. I'm sorry, but, due to medical emergency, I have to stand aside. This, by the way, is the only way in a couple of states to nullify the non-existence of your campaign entirely if you've stood aside. In several states, it's perfectly allowed. If it's for medical reasons, due to incapacity, you can stand aside and you can swap out the ballots. So you could get Kamala to run, Newsom, Whitmer, whoever the fuck it would happen to be, and you could still win that state. If it's for anything other than incapacity or death, you can't do that. If you simply decide, hey, I'm on the ballot, and then you say at the convention, no, I'm decided not to run. I'm just standing aside. You can't win the state. So it looks it's very, very coincidental, the timing with regards to this. I think it's basically them holding the door open just a little, and the party leadership is generally behind Joe Biden. Generally, they still back him. But they're getting nervous. And if there's a mutiny within the party, so it looks like literally a 1968 redux will happen at the convention and all hell will break loose, and you end up in a situation where it is physically impossible for you to win due to the fact that the candidate has stepped aside for anything other than a medical reason or death, or because people are up in arms or something like that, and then he steps aside. And he says, well, the Wu flu really got me bad here. Oh, God. I can barely breathe. It's clear that I can't run. Somebody else, please take the helm. Take command. It'll be one of those moments. If not enough Democrats mutiny, so the chaos dies down a little bit, and, Adam Schiff becomes the highest-ranking Democrat to tell you to fuck off, then he'll run. But there is now a measurable chance that he does stand aside. Originally, it didn't look like that would be the case. In the wake of the last week of events, though, with the polling the way that it is, with the botched assassination attempt by the Uniparty, with increasing choruses of Democrats saying Joe cannot possibly win, he needs to stand down, there is now a double-digit chance that he does. And they will use that as an excuse. That's basically their exit ramp at this point. This is an exit ramp. The fact that he tested positive for this, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Supposedly he's only got mild symptoms. It's like, so he's got a runny nose and he's coughing a little bit. Well, yeah, but he's canceling campaign events and shit like that. Other Democrats are at the moment sort of doing the scuttlebutt thing to try to inch their way to the fore. What if Joe decides to drop? Or the party leadership tells him to fuck himself and forces him out? Well, I want to be in contention. I have a feeling here's a laundry list of Democrats who really do want the position. And, oh boy. Kamala? Possibly. I don't know whether she actually has that ambition because I think she strongly suspects that she would lose. She may be, a mental retard, but she is at least self-aware, unlike Potato Joe. Newsom would definitely be on the list, although running him would be a terrible idea. Whitmer, Hochul, there are a few others. I mean, goddamn, there's a whole laundry list. Buttigieg could run. He'd probably be the sane alternative, by the way. Fucking Buttigieg. Yeah, I mean, he's been tarnished by the whole East Palestine thing, but he's got a lot less baggage than most people associated with the administration. Kamala is the border czar. She's done such a good job, by the way. No, I suspect that they're creating an off-ramp. They're not imminently forcing Joe out of the race. Then he's not imminently expecting to exit it. But there is now a possibility. The foot is in the door. You're not sure whether you're walking through it, but the door is a little bit open. That's basically what they're doing right now. The writing is on the goddamn wall. They're getting exceptionally nervous. I think that some of you have come to the same conclusion in the last 24 hours with regards to that particular news, by the way. That's about all. Peace out.